Alright guys, so Grounded just came out for Xbox, for me anyways. For you guys it'll have been out for a few days, but I played a few hours of it, and I just want to let you guys know my thoughts on it. So if you don't know what it is, first of all, it was shown at the Xbox Games Conference that was a week or two ago, and so it's an early access game, so it's priced at $30 on the Xbox Store. And so if you have Game Pass though, you can get it for $10 or $15 or free if you already have Game Pass. So the game is kind of like a survival base building, gather supplies type game, like compared to Ark and those types of games, but just with a different spin on it, and it's real early access, so you gotta keep that in mind. So let's just switch over to some gameplay so you guys can kind of see the core game mechanics, that's what you want to call them, I guess. It's nothing new, but it's just different than what you're used to with these types of survival. So let's talk about everyone's probably favorite part of these types of survival games, and that's the base building. Now you're going to use stuff like grass, slabs, planks, whatever you want to call them, dead weeds, all these different plants in order to make your houses, and it's interesting. It's not the best building system, but it's competent enough to be able to build a halfway decent house. The biggest problem we found in our short time playing the game with the building system is ants, right? We went to, I think I have footage of it, we went to go do something in the game after we had built our house, and then we came back, and ants will come and steal your stuff from your chests, and our whole house was just full of ants. We had a door, the house was closed, and we're 90% sure they just clip through the wall like this ladybug does here, and just gets in your house and steals everything. So it has pro. And basically everything I say for the base building goes for the crafting. It's there. You can make different types of armor and different weapons, but there's nothing groundbreaking that it brings to the survival franchise that it'll change survival games forever. It's nothing new or amazing. It's just a different take on what we've played before. So let's move, I guess, to the combat, and you'll see a little bit of that here. It's nothing special. There's spears, bows, a couple of other weapons, clubs and stuff. There's traps, spike strips, lure traps, and the enemies are a lot more difficult than I thought. We had it on medium, and with the three of us, we had a lot of trouble fighting just basic ants. There's giant spiders, ladybugs, which of course are passive until you attack them and then become the most difficult thing to kill. Stink bugs, beetles, just all types of bugs everywhere. They actually have a arachnophobia mode where if you're scared of spiders, you can just turn spiders off. So if that's your thing, go for it. But the combat, like I said, just like the building and the crafting, there's nothing special. It's just there, right? But let's talk about their story. I guess that's what So there's essentially one story thread in this game right now, with a mission giver that'll give you quests and stuff and all of that, just as side activities. But as far as story goes, you kind of spawn in, and if you don't, do any exploring and just do main missions, you can probably get through everything that's in the game right now story-wise in about 15 minutes. You just 15 to 30 minutes, just sprint to the locations and don't do any exploring or crafting and just do what you gotta do. Then you fly through this. There's one mission as of right now, and that's kind of the problem with this game, is that it's so early access, right? It's not worth $30 for sure. There's just not enough content in the game. I'm not even sure if it's worth paying the $10 for Game Pass to get it, just because there's not enough. It's not that the game's foundation isn't strong enough to build on and make it better. It's just that it's just a foundation. There's nothing else there. But if you already have Game Pass, why not check it out, right? So, as far as that goes, the story could be interesting. They could do interesting things with it. The map's relatively big enough for them to mess around with and have an interesting story as to why you got shrunk. So the last thing I want to talk about before we kind of round up if this game is worth it or not are the bugs, and not the ones you fight in the game, right? So we ran into a couple in playing for 3-ish hours. So if you heavy swing with the axe like I do here, you get stuck in the animation and you have to restart your game. You're just stuck in it, you can't get out of it. the bow, when you aim down the sights of the bow, it's just completely broken. You can't see anything. It's just like you're looking at the bow. You're not looking where you're pointing. It's terrible. The game crashed, I think, twice for us. So it has, expected bugs for early access game, and that's kind of the point of this video, is that it's real early access. It's not worth spending $30 on this, for sure. Do not spend $30 on this game. It's possibly worth if you're really into base building and you think this setting is like super neat, but for the overall person, I would definitely say wait until they do a lot more. Maybe by the time the new Xbox comes out, or maybe in another year, this game will have arc level. You could be able to tame ladybugs and fly them around and fight spiders and stuff. I don't know, but they could definitely do a lot of cool things with it. It's just not there yet. But that's what I think of the game. You guys let me know if you've played it, what you think, or if you're gonna check it out on Game Pass. Let me know what you think after you get it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.